Jaja Connect.
"400 years have passed since the time of Joseph, peace be upon him. A new ruler has come to the throne. He was probably Rameses II and was a cruel and tyrannical king. In the Holy Quran, he is mentioned as Pharaoh. It should be noted that Pharaoh was not the name of the ruler, but rather his title. Just like how king or emperor is a title given to a ruler. He claimed to be God and based this claim on the claim that he had control of the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt. Yet water itself would be the source of his downfall. The progeny of the 12 sons of Jacob, peace be upon him, have multiplied in number and have become what are known as the Israelites. Due to their increasing number, fear of the Israelites began to grow in Egypt. This is especially true since the pharaohs weren't actually the original inhabitants of Egypt. They were Semites who had migrated from the east. Egypt was a diverse country, and Pharaoh's people always feared that if one tribe became too powerful, they would join forces with the natives of Egypt or another tribe and start a rebellion. In order to rule over this diverse nation, Pharaoh employed the tactics of divide and rule. The people of Egypt were split into groups, and some were favoured above others. The Israelites belonged to the more unfortunate classes, and they were treated like beasts. Heavy taxes were imposed upon them, and they were made slaves. They were forced to build towering cities for Pharaoh and his hosts, for example, Pithom and Ramses. Ramses' desire for grand constructions ran through the family. In fact, the word Pharaoh originally means great house. The current political peace with Egypt's neighbours also gave the Pharaoh more leisure time to focus on these building projects. As a result of this tyranny, the Israelites became weak, dejected, and immensely fearful of Pharaoh. However, the worst of these cruelties was through one of the most brutal laws witnessed by history, the killing of the Israelite sons and the sparing of the daughters. Initially, Pharaoh had planned to carry this out by strangling, which would be carried out by the midwives. But the midwives feared God and gave the excuse that the Israelite women were healthier than the Egyptian woman, and that when they arrived at the place of birth, the Israelite woman would have already given birth. As a result, this method of killing proved unsuccessful. Instead, Pharaoh ordered that the Israelite sons should be mercilessly chucked into the Nile. By slaughtering the sons and sparing the daughters, Pharaoh tried to kill any manly qualities the Israelites had left. He thought that no male leader among them would now be able to rise up against him. He was proved wrong. God had not forgotten the promise he had made to Abraham, peace be upon him. The state of the Israelites had reached its nadir, and in fulfillment of divine practice, a messenger was raised up to bring the progeny of Abraham, peace be upon him, to blessings and prosperity. On a secluded bank of the Nile, an Israelite mother called Jochebed, peace be upon her, placed her son in a basket. God had commanded her to suckle her son, and when she could no longer hide him, to cast him into a river. She was told not to fear, as God would restore her son to her and make him one of the messengers. The father of the child was Imran, peace be upon him, and the child's name, the most mentioned in the Holy Quran, was Moses, peace be upon him, meaning saved from the water. Despite Pharaoh's claim to have control over water, water itself would be the source of his downfall. The seed of the next spiritual revolution had been sown.
نتلو عليك من نبأ موسى وفرعون بالحق لقوم يؤمنون.
Jazakallah for watching.